Across the mighty Hindu Kush mountains, the legend of Alexander the Great still resonates. The Macedonian general who conquered the ancient world from Greece to India. His legacy and Hellenic culture that endured for centuries. Today, in the Pakistan frontier town of Peshawar, a journey to the bazaar reveals alluring fragments of that lost world. Behind the usual bric-a-brac of the stalls is a thriving black market of drugs, guns, and plundered antiquities.
Menander. Yes, this is Menander views.
So how much for this coin?
This is 10,000 rupees.
10,000
rupees, yeah.
What's that in US dollars?
It's about 180.
The dealers, knowing an amateur when they see one,
10,000.
offer up ancient Greek coins of dubious origin. It's a real thing?
Yeah.
It's not a copy?
Not a copy, it's real.
It will be easy to prove whether this coin is fake or real, but far more difficult to establish is a claim from a small community in a remote corner of Pakistan that they are the direct descendants of Alexander's armies. A living link stretching back more than 2,300 years to the world of ancient Greece. Their isolated world is still a treacherous 2-day jeep ride over the Hindu Kush. Beyond lies the home of the Kalash Kafirs. Translated literally, they are the Black Infidels. The Kalash are welcoming the spring with the Joshi festival. They're animists, nature worshippers, and their refusal to convert to Islam has seen them marginalised over the centuries. Numbering fewer than 4,000, the Kalash now occupy just 3 remote valleys along the rugged northern border with Afghanistan. The exact origins of their ancient culture are shrouded in mystery, but Kalash schoolteacher Anis Umar believes he knows the answer.
I think that these people are descendants of the Alexander the Great, because I found a similarity in Greece. The ancient Greek culture was similar Kalash people.
About the only way to spot a Kalash man is by the distinctive peacock feather in his cap. But the women still proudly insist on wearing their traditional black outfits every day of the year. In the museums of Greece, Anis claims to have found many striking parallels in language, architecture and dress.
The dresses, the women dresses, there are many museums, so I found there like these dresses.
The elderly shaman recounts the stories of Kalash ancestors. This is a purely oral culture. There's no written history. They believe in an ancient spiritual home called Siam, interpreted by many historians as being the base of one of Alexander's generals in what is now modern-day Syria. The Greek connection, it appears, is largely a matter of faith.
Outside it will be only stones and timber, nothing.
And one outsider who passionately believes in the preservation of Kalash culture is Athanasios Laronis, from an Athens-based group, Greek Volunteers.
If it is narrow or more wide, no problem.
He's building a cultural centre, partly funded by the Greek government. At first glance, this all appears very, very Greek to me. The designs.
Yes, the design of the Kalasha houses are similar to the Greek designs.
And the columns?
And the capitals of the columns are Ionic style, but also it's Kalasha style.
When finished, the centre will dominate the Kalash village of Bumbaret, a school, museum and medical clinic all rolled into one. Prominently displayed is the Star of Vergina, Alexander the Great's family crest, a controversial symbol which the modern nations of Greece and Macedonia now both claim as their own.
It looks like the Macedonian star.
All the Rodakes, these round designs of the Kalash, all of them I have seen it in the Greek museums. All of them.
Athanasius won't buy into the historical debate on the origins of the Kalash, but there's no doubt where his heart lies.
Their dances, their music, their clothes. In their language, there are also some Greek words in it. There are many points that show us that maybe in the past these people have a connection with the Greeks.
Yeah, this is the wine. Yeah, local wine, red wine, yeah.
Another similarity with Greeks is the Kalash love of wine. Din Muhammad shares the name of the Prophet, but he's no Muslim.
Cheers.
Cheers. Wow, Kalasha wine.
It's very nice.
It's good with the meat.
Headmaster of the Kalash school, he doesn't take the ancient Greek link too seriously, and certainly doesn't teach it as fact in the classroom.
Yeah. So this is an apple. Yeah.
Here, as in most of Pakistan, state funding for education is scarce.
This is in apple.
The Greek volunteers have rebuilt a number of government schools, where the Kalash are allowed to teach their own language and culture. And for this support, Din Muhammad is grateful.
Yeah, they did a lot about the in education, only in education. They provide scholarships for the students, and they built some latrines for every school.
And father.
He says most Kalash go along with the myth of ancient Greek heritage because it brings in valuable foreign aid to a very poor community. But with every scholarship and new school building, Din Muhammad claims the Greeks are subtly imposing their own version of history on his people.
Yeah, they are building in their own way. Yes, but I think that's not fair. I think they should build this like Kalasha, the way of Kalasha.
Is this a Kalasha way or a Greek way?
This is Greek way. They have their own sign. Look over there.
Are you descended from the ancient Greeks?
Yeah, history says that, but we actually, all people, they don't think that.
Their passion for dancing, wine and the mingling of the sexes draws many Pakistani Muslims to the festival, curious to see this cultural anomaly in what is an Islamic state. But not all Muslims are so tolerant. At the high point of the Joshi festival, the shaman leads prayers towards the mountains, regarded as a source of purity, a key concept in Kalash culture. While below, a provocative sermon booms across the valley. Among those attempting to win the hearts and minds of the Kalash people are increasing numbers of Islamic preachers who operate from the local mosques here. While they refuse to appear on camera, they insist that they're not out to convert anyone. But each Friday at midday prayers, the mullahs pump up the volume on the mosque loudspeakers, warning fellow Muslims not to fall prey to the evil ways of the Kalash. Many Kalash are now heeding the call of the mullahs. More than 6,000 have already converted, outnumbering those who maintain the traditional ways. Women who embrace Islam are divorced from their culture, banned from dancing or wearing their beloved Kalash costume. The converts are not usually motivated by faith, but the need to work and feed a family.
The Muslim people, they are preaching that when you convert to Islam, we will give you job. Of course, sometimes they are giving these jobs, but there are not lot of jobs. But this is Muslim country. So for the Kalasha people, there are no vacancies to get the jobs.
On first impression, this is an idyllic rural existence. But the traditional Kalash dependence on subsistence farming means it's a life often lived in borderline poverty.
We are coming from our school.
Headmaster Din Mohammed is determined to maintain the Kalash ways. As one of the lucky few in full-time employment, he can afford to.
This is my home. This is my cattle house. We keep here the cows.
How many cows have you got?
I have 6 cows and 1 bull.
Who's this over here?
And she's my wife.
Okay.
Yeah, she works in the fields.
Am I permitted to go over and meet your wife?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Kalash women are not bound by purdah, the Muslim custom of keeping adult females in seclusion, and can openly meet with visitors.
Say hello.
Hello, how do you do?
Fine. We have 4 boys.
And any daughters?
No daughter yet.
Or sons?
We hope
Yes.
God will give us daughter.
Do the Kalash women, do you always wear the traditional clothing?
Abhi ami shasha shin chego sami yago de. Yes. Yes, they always wear.
How long does it take you to make one dress?
Kimon wal logo de. 5 days.
5 days. 5 days.
She can't speak English, so it's
Yes.
difficult.
Yes.
Illiterate. So this is my home, where my family stays. They live here. Inside.
Inside is another member of the extended family whom we can't greet.
Yeah, this is my sister.
Yes.
And she converts Muslim.
Have you ever been tempted to convert to Islam?
No, never, no. No one.
Would life be easier for you if you did?
No, I like Kalasha, to be a Kalasha.
Over another round of drinks with his family, Din Mohammed explains that maintaining expensive Kalash traditions, such as feasts, is too much for many to bear.
Enjoy with Kalasha wine.
He says his sister regrets converting, but there's no coming back. The increasingly strident Islamic fundamentalists would make sure of that.
She can't become Kalash again. If she comes a Kalash, then the Muslims will kill him or her. They don't allow.
They'll kill them if they try coming
Yeah,
to
yeah.
church.
It's very bad.
But down the valley, amid the beauty of the regional centre Chitral, there are no fundamentalist sermons. What stirs passions here is polo.
This is where it started. This is where the game was born, and then it was taken by the British to other places of the world, modified.
Siraj ul-Mulk is a descendant of Chitral's Muslim royal family, once the absolute rulers of this region.
Our family has been here for over 700 years. I don't know since when they've been playing polo, but they've been on the scenes in Chitral for that long, maybe more. The Kalash, in fact, were here even before our family came here. They were the original inhabitants of Chitral.
The man whose ancestors drove the Kalash into these hills now believes there's only one way to prevent their cultural extinction: foreign tourists.
See you there.
He's hosting a United Nations conference on sustainable tourism and organises an expedition for the Sadal Sor delegates up to the Kalash mountain valleys.
They wanted to present you some gowns to have welcoming you.
But Siraj is motivated by more than noblesse oblige. He owns a big hotel in Chitral and has a vested interest in making tourism work.
So it's not the problem of how many tourists come, it's the quality of the tourists come and the amount of money that they give into the pockets of the local people. That's what is the thing about it.
Tourism has already left its indelible mark. In the village of Bumburet, there appear to be more hotels than houses. Some Kalash have invested everything in small guest lodges. But the tourist boom hasn't happened. Post-September 11, few foreigners venture to Pakistan, and those who do stay at big hotels owned by Pakistani Muslims, a fact deeply resented by Kalash activist and lodge owner Saifullah Jan.
Most of the hotels has been built by the people who come from other cities, like from Peshawar, from Lahore, from Karachi. They have no rights to come here and to take the business of these people.
But we have to improve the hotels, we have to improve the accommodation.
Athanasius Laronis of the Greek Volunteers says nothing at the meeting. Development versus cultural identity is an old debate he's heard many times before in his native Greece.
July or August, when most of them come.
I have the experience of tourism. Tourism destroys our culture. Of course, tourism gives us money, but little by little, the Greek culture is finished because of the tourism. If this happens here, also the Kalasta tradition will be finished.
It's the end of the Joshi festival, and the men gather at the high temple to sacrifice cheese and bread to the gods. Many Kalash now pray that tourism will be their saviour, with a romantic yet unproven link to the ancient Greeks, bringing in the foreign dollars. Like ethnic minorities the world over, the Kalash must now adapt. But with opinions so sharply divided about their past and future, the fear is they may soon face cultural oblivion, consigned to history and legend, alongside Alexander of Macedon.
Do you ever see a time when the Kalash people may be gone?
Yeah, we are thinking of that. If we are not united, and if we don't keep our culture as a united, so then we have to disable.